Hi YouTube, how are you doing? I know I've done a couple of videos in the past on this US toolbox, but I've been asked by a couple of people, really, what do I think of them? All I'm going to say is, I think for what you pay for them, you get a really good quality box. I've got the 40-inch and I've added the two side lockers, and I've never had any problems with it in the last 2 years. I know I've got friends in the industry. I'm not a full-time mechanic, so I'm not always in and out of my box. I've got friends in the industry that's got the snap-on boxes, pardon me, and other well-known toolboxes that's paid anywhere from 5,000 up over. My toolbox doesn't do any different to what their toolbox does. It holds the same tools. Mine probably's got more in than some of theirs, and it looks better. I'm going to give you a quick tour, see what you think, and we'll take it from here. I'm videoing off my phone, so you will have to apologise if it starts falling all over. Here we go. As I've said in the past, here we go. It's the 40-inch box. I've added the two side lockers. Now, these side lockers aren't designed for this box. These side lockers, are designed for the Maxim series. Now, the Maxim series is a completely different box. I've took a look at them. I do like them, but I think you do lose a little bit of the storage on the Maxim than what you do on these. So I'm going to give you a quick look. US Pro 40-inch. Side locker 1. So we'll just open it up. As you can see, it's got the shelves. It's got the two drawers. What I will say is that I'm not very happy on is you only get one shelf. I've had to make a second shelf just so I can store the likes of me code reader and oscilloscope and other things on the bottom. I really do think that when you get these, you should get two shelves, or there should be an option where you can either buy a second shelf or add it to your list. Like I say on my other one, it's I do use this one just as a locker. There's some overalls in there, there's some parts in there of me Subaru, but I really do think you should get the option of the two shelves. Forgive me. Right, I'm gonna quick rundown. The drawers come right out, no problems whatsoever. These drawers run on a single, all the small drawers run on a single runner. Ball bearings, push them in and out, no problems. On the larger drawer, which holds all the sockets, which is the heavy drawer, these do have the dual runners. Ball bearings, still exactly the same. The drawers come right out. I've got no problems at all. If I want to get a 10mm socket out the back, I can get a 10mm socket. There's absolutely no reason why I can't get that socket out of there. The drawers do come right out. I've seen on a lot of toolboxes lately that, and I'm not going to name any, they now do a drawer lock. So when you put your fingers under them, you've got to lift the latch to pull the drawer out. Why? I'm not being funny, but my toolbox probably weighs in excess 150 kilo. Why am I going to be pushing this round? No reason to. 150 kilo. That thing's against the wall and it's staying there. The other thing is, I've noticed on some of them, they've now got a soft closure. Really? The only thing you want with soft closure is a toilet seat. I really don't see why you've got soft closure on a toolbox. The toolbox is there to help you, to help make your money, to store your tools. You don't need soft closure on it. If you look after your tools and you look after your box, it's fine. You know, I just can't understand why some of these manufacturers now, and the best of it is, they're charging you extra for it. They really are charging you extra. And I can't figure it out. The bottom cabinet on this, as you can see, the drawers, the bottom drawers, the 4 bottom drawers are nice and deep. Really are. I mean, as you can see, there's all sorts in that one. Same on that one. You come over to these ones. That's just mainly batteries and bits and pieces and everything. The bottom drawer, it's just full of all sorts. Bags of pop rivets, E-clips, screws, nuts and bolts, washers. It's everything sort of blister packed. So, but as I can say, I really don't see some of the the point on some of these other toolboxes. US Pro to me, as far as I'm concerned, for me being sort of a part-time mechanic, is if that's what you can sort of call us. I wouldn't look any further than these. Everything I've got in my garage, and I'm not just repping for US Pro. I've bought everything out my own pocket. So I mean, there's the wall cabinets. There's 2 of the other cabinets. There's another 2 cabinets there. There's the US Pro tool cart. That tool cart does me. There's a 150p socket set on there. There's screwdrivers in there, US Pro. There's other sockets and bits and pieces. There's look. There's just, if I need to do anything and I need to roll a cart outside instead of humping the toolbox out, this is what I do. There's breaker bars. There's a hammer. Why should I try and pull a toolbox outside when I can just roll a service cart? Doesn't make sense. But as I say, I'm not really. It's a Saturday afternoon, to be honest with you. My wife's at work. I made a video last week where I sort of sat in the garage and got a bit drunk. I was talking to a friend of mine, and this friend of mine was turning around and he was saying, he'd come to me garage, and he'd had a look inside me garage, and he turned around and said to us, basically, mate, why have you got so many tools? And I simply said to him, well, it's quite simple. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I work hard. I've got a very understanding wife. And that's about it. So, why not? I think probably one of my other things is not just the likes of the US Pro toolboxes, because don't get us wrong, I've got a lot of US Pro tools as well. I just find that for me, their quality, why would I go out and spend £200 on a ratchet that I'm not using constantly when I can get something else a little bit cheaper that, yeah, granted, you know, I've just bought this Snap-on ratchet, it's got 72 teeth, and listen to the click on this. When I can go away and buy another ratchet that might have 65 teeth, that still does the same job. I don't know. Perhaps I'm getting old. One of my other things is Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee tools. As you can see, I think just about everything I have, apart from one 3/8 drive AC Delco. Why did I buy the AC Delco 3/8 drive? Purely and simply, a friend of mine had the Milwaukee one and didn't rate it. The AC Delco one, I can't fault it. But everything else, I have, as you can see, is all Milwaukee. So, let's get back to this toolbox. This toolbox, as far as I'm concerned, for the money that you pay, for what's there, just over £1,000 for a 40-inch box and 2 lockers. Take a good look at the price of some of the lockers, and like I say, I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want anybody jumping on me back saying, well, this is what you pay for. It's got that name on it. Like I say, I'm not going to mention any names, but if you're going to pay through the nose for anything with a name on it, then yes, you're right. But see what you think. If you've got any questions, then ask us. If you're bored, drop us a message. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. This is my opinion. I'm happy with what I've bought. I'm happy with my garage. The only thing I am going to say about myself and my garage and everything else is I need a bigger garage. I really do need a bigger garage. And you know what I've only just noticed? We're still in February. I haven't changed the calendar. So, happy March. Bye-bye now.